slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate.
Guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, what we are actually going to be doing is I'm going to be showing you some time tracking. And no, I'm not talking about the tempo. I'm just talking about the native Jira functionalities on how you can actually log the time you have been working on the issue. So as a prerequisite, in order to actually start to do the time tracking, we need to make a few things that are actually there. So first of all, when you go to configure your boards and when you go for your estimations in here, there's going to be this toggle for time tracking. So you actually need to make sure that this is actually turned on. That's the first thing. The second thing, you need to make sure that your users can actually log some work, so and that they have some permissions. So when we go for the permissions, we're looking for the time tracking permissions, and the most important permissioning here is the one that says work on issues. So it's saying ability to log work done against an issue, only use with time tracking is turned on. So if you even have this issue and want to log some time, you're not going to be able to do so because the time tracking field on your issues is not going to be available for you, and yeah, you won't be able to do anything. So it's gonna be idle, it's gonna be standing there, and there is no point of having this permission. The other permissions are in there, like delete all work logs. So you need to be actually kind of careful who you're giving this to. So this needs to be given to your trusted users. Delete on work logs. This could be played in its own way, you know, to be like, oh, I was actually doing 3 hours on this, but instead, you know, I was working on this for like 6 hours. So that could be some malversation out there. So you also want to be controlling this as well. Edit all work logs and edit own work logs. So this is something that actually needs to be there, which is okay to have to edit your own work logs. So let's say you were working like 3 hours on one issue, and it's okay, you have that logged, but in the end it turns out that it took you kind of longer to do it because you had some meetings with the team, and it's actually now taking longer for you to do it. So you actually gonna log some 5 hours to it because it took you 5 hours instead of 3 hours to actually do it. There's also log work for others, but this is for the tempo timesheets. So ignore this, because this is actually installed by tempo, and as you can see, I have this by tempo because some of the applications can actually install their own permissions that can be set. All right, so now the question is, okay, how do you log your work? It's really simple to do. All you have to do is actually click on your issue, and this is something that you're having. So it's saying like time tracking, and this is going to be available for you when you have it in there, when it's actually turned on. So let's say I want to log some work here, and if I go with the time tracking, I'm going to say this is the format that you're actually using. So you're using the weeks, days, hours, and minutes as the way to actually log your work. I'm gonna say something like that, 5 hours. And when you actually do this, when you fill this in, it's automatically say that you have logged 5 hours on this issue. And it can say how much time remaining you have. If time remaining isn't what you expect, manually update it here. So if time remaining isn't what you expect, so you can edit it in here. And it's saying like date when this actually was started, and this should be the date basically when, well, you have really logged your work. And you can actually say in here, you can say is I did this and that, for example. I'm gonna click on save, and this is what I have. If I want to pin this, I can actually do this as well. And it's saying like the time that is logged, it's and it's saying that like there is like 5 hours there that is logged, and you can actually do some other things in here. But let's say, yeah, okay. And when you do this, now what happens is, as you saw, it changed to 1 day. Why did it change to 1 day? Change to 1 day because it's calculating that basically one working day is lasting 8 hours. So since it's lasting 8 hours, I already had 5 hours there. I added 3 more, and now it's saying like you have 1 day of time that actually has been logged on this particular issue. And this is how much time it was being used to actually, to work on this issue. So I can say like 3 hours is there, but the time remaining, it's like 4 hours. So now it's saying I have the 3 of it logged, and I have the 4 there is remaining. So that actually means I need to log those 4 hours more. So in order for me to have like in total, of course, 7 hours there are going to be logged. So actually this means for me, it's like, oh, I have 4 more hours that I need to log on this issue. Okay, so that is something that you have. You can ignore this because this is something that you're not going to have unless you have Tempo installed. I don't have I have Tempo installed, but I'm not using it. And yes, this is how it works. And if you go to configure board, so this is like the estimation methods, and you can also read more about the time tracking in here. So this is how you can actually log your work, and this is how configure columns and statuses. Yeah, that is something else. But of course, anytime you actually want to get additional help, you can always click it here, and it will bring up that sidebar that you actually saw right now. So that is everything that you actually need to know about the logging the time in Jira. That is it. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.